Good morning. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a beautiful Saturday morning. I'm so excited to be jumping into our Freeview week with all of you. And I hope you guys are all excited too. There's a couple of things I wanted to make sure that everybody's aware of as we kind of go through the weekend and get ready to start on Monday that's going to make this week go really well for you. The first thing is, if you haven't already, take the time to go to the Files tab on your phone. So I'm going to show you really quickly. Let me just put this in here. Open up the Challenge Tracker app if you've gotten the invitation and you're in here in the group. You're going to want to go to, I already have it open, so let me show you where you find it. Down here on the bottom, you've got all these little buttons. You want to go to the group feed. You want to go to the group feed, and you're going to find the files up here. So you're just going to click on Info and Files, and then there's this little Files button right there. And this is where you're going to find the free sample workouts. There you go, so you can see it. So we've got our 8 free sample workouts. Those you'll need on Monday. And then we've got our clean eating meal plan and the quick start guide. So the quick start guide is mostly helpful because it has a place for you to enter your measurements. So if you haven't done it already, one of the things you want to make sure you do over the weekend is take your before measurements using a fabric measuring tape and measure. It shows you all the different places in that quick start guide. And then you're going to want to save those somewhere safe. Take a before photo and save that as well. Weigh yourself, and then we're going to do it again at the end of the week. And you might be thinking, like, what changes am I going to see in a week? Like, it's 7 days. But I've done these really short groups before, 5 to 7 days, and you will be shocked at the changes that you'll notice in that amount of time. So I'm really excited, but you won't notice them if you don't measure them. So take your before measurements. You'll be glad you did. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is open up the clean eating meal plan. Right there. Get it? Yep, there you go. Okay. Now, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through here. This meal plan, I will say, is very simplified. In our month-long groups, we have 2 different nutrition programs that are going to offer you a lot more flexibility, a lot more options. But this is just for 1 week, and we don't want there to be a very long learning curve because we want to be able to just dive right in and experience it for yourself. So we're going to use the simplified meal plan, which is really great for getting results in a short amount of time and for you to just experience how amazing the results are and how great you can feel when we combine these really effective workouts with clean eating and potentially Shakeology if you have the Shakeology sample as well. Now, in the meal plan, this is kind of hard to do because it's kind of bright. You're going to see that there are 2 brackets. So if you weigh more than 185 pounds, then you're going to use this purple one. If you are less than 185 pounds, then you're going to use this pink one. And the purple one just gets an extra snack. So, because the purpose of this is not to starve yourself. The purpose of this is to fuel your body with clean, whole foods and dense nutrition. So if you're less than 185, you're going to have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 1 snack. If you're more than 185 pounds, you're going to have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 2 snacks. And one of those snacks can be Shakeology. And then we're going to dive right into creating our menu. So if you go down here to, we were right here. This is a little bit hard to navigate on a phone, but you just zoom in and out, no big deal. Move it so you can see it. So here we can see all of our breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack options. So just take out a piece of paper and look through these options, look through the recipes. All the recipes are in there, and start mapping out your meals for the week. And the beautiful thing about this is you can have as much variety or as much simplicity as you want. There are some really great, quick, simple, easy prep recipes in here. So if you're a really busy person, maybe you want to keep it really simple and easy so you don't have to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. You can have that same breakfast every day this week if you want to. Or you can have, the same one Monday through Friday while you're working, and then mix it up a little bit with something more fun or more different on the weekend. So take a look at the breakfast menu, plan, figure out how many options, how much variety you want, and then just pick that mini breakfast. And then same thing with the lunch. So the breakfasts are in the pink. Those are all the breakfast recipes. The light blue is your lunch, and then you have some really great dinner options. So go through, take the time to map out your meals for the week, and then at the same time, make your grocery list. I like to just make a list of all the ingredients I need, multiplied by the number of times I'm going to make that meal, and if I'm going to make it for my whole family or for just myself. Write down those ingredients, and then I shop my house first to see what I have, shop my pantry and my refrigerator, cross off the things I have, and then I go to the grocery store for the rest. It makes it really simple and kind of streamlined. There are also some really great, down here, some really, you can't really see that, some really delicious Shakeology recipes for those of you who have the Shakeology sampler and want to have some fun with that. If you don't have time or you're having that snack while you're at work, I used to work in an office, and so I didn't have a blender nearby. You can also just shake up your Shakeology. I have mine right here. This is pumpkin spice. You can just shake it up with some water and a little bit of almond milk or coconut milk, and then throw some ice in there. And I love it. That's how I drink it most days, just because I don't have a blender handy, or I don't want to take the time to blend it. But these recipes that are in here are delicious. So try those if you get a chance. And then there's lots of delicious snacks to pick from too, for those of you who have 2 snacks or who don't have the Shakeology or it hasn't come yet. It's very simple, very streamlined. And then there are also, if you're looking through this document, there are also weekly meal prep tips. I was just going to show you, but I don't think you'll be able to see. Oh, there you can see kind of. It's backwards, isn't it? But weekly meal prep tips. So if you are prepping ahead of time, then they give you some great ideas on how to do that. And I would suggest meal prepping as much as you can. If you're new to meal planning and or meal prepping, keep it very simple. Don't try to make too many different things. And you don't have to meal prep everything. Meal prepping doesn't always have to mean cook everything that you're going to eat for the whole entire week. One of the things that I like to do to make it a little easier is just meal prep for the meals that are the hardest for me or the busiest. So for me, that's usually breakfast, trying to get, kids up and out the door to school and everything. Mornings are usually pretty busy if you're trying to get to work. Meal prepping breakfast for the week is like game changing, especially if you're someone who tends to skip breakfast because you don't have time. So I would prioritize, for my lifestyle, I would prioritize meal prepping breakfast and possibly lunches, and then cooking and snacks, and then cooking dinner. I usually don't meal prep for that so much. But you look at your lifestyle, look at what times of day are the busiest and most hectic for you, and prioritize meal prepping for those days, and choose simple recipes. Snacks, you can just pre-chop the veggies so they're ready to go. It's quick and easy. Or wash your fruits, simple things like that. So that's the meal plan, and dive into it today. Take some time to look through it, plan out your menu for the week, make your grocery list, hit the store, and it's going to be a really awesome week. And don't forget to take those before measurements and photos, because you're going to want to be able to compare at the end of the week to see what changes you notice. I'm super excited to do this with you guys. If you have any questions at all about the meal plan, then drop them in the comments below and we'll be happy to answer them. But otherwise, happy grocery shopping. All right, you guys, happy Saturday. Hope you guys are having an awesome morning, and we'll talk to you soon.